Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing out there tonight? Are you burnt out? Are you burnt out? Are you burnt out? Come on, tell me that you're not burnt out. Please tell me that. I don't want you to be burnt out. I want you to not be burned out. What is burnout? You know, here we are in this content creation game. You know, I should have made a graphic of a hamster wheel spinning, because sometimes YouTube feels like you're trying to make the hamster wheel just keep spinning. You don't know what you want to run. You don't know who you want to be. You're like, I don't know what to do. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about creator burnout. How to be consistent without losing your mind. Strategies for sustainable creativity. All right. Now, you want to know, what does burnout look like? For some of us, it looks like chronic fatigue. We are just tired. We're tired, man. I'm so tired. Decreased motivation. You are just not excited anymore about making content. Or you put so many walls around yourself that you can't do it. Increased procrastination. Did you know procrastination is a type of fear? Did you know that? Procrastination is a type of fear. And we are not supposed to fear things. Feelings of overwhelm. You know, life gets busy, gets hectic. We, as content creators, are trying to do the daytime job and the nighttime job and content creation, family, everything. It is so easy to feel overwhelmed. You know, I have been on a roller coaster and I have felt overwhelmed. But, you know, I am still in the game. And here's why it happens. We have unrealistic expectations. You get a lack of rest, a lack of boundaries. You got this pressure on you for consistent output. You got this emotional labor of being constantly on. I've got to be on, man. I got to be on. I got to be energized. I got to be so excited. Everybody, I got to be full of energy. This has got to be incredible, incredible. And, it's not possible to always 100% be incredible, And so we're going to talk about that. So here are some strategies that you can use to fight burnout. Now, my friend Doc Rock says there's no such thing as burnout. He says that there are definitely times of overwhelm. There are definitely times when you just got too much going on. And so we put up these boundaries, these self-imposed boundaries on ourselves. I can't make that video because it's not going to be perfect. I want it to be perfect, so I can't make that video. It's not going to be perfect. I have this big video that I want to make, and I really want it to be perfect. But, we'll talk about that. Let's see. I got some folks out here in the audience. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Oh, let's see here. Hello, Tech Troublemaker. Hey, Philip, how are you doing? Next Step of Faith. Nice to see you. Are you able to follow me? No, I was just trying to get this one last I dotted and this last T crossed right before I went live. So that's where I was. Welcome to April. Yes, it is April. Happy April, everybody. So, yeah, it is. I'm excited. Today's April 1st. Nobody so far has pranked me today. I saw some obvious pranks. Like Warren Buffett was buying Tesla for $1 trillion. That was pretty funny. There's no rest for the wicked. You have to get it in. That is true. Sammy Superstar. Hey, man, how's our filmmaker friend doing? How are things? Man, I got to tell you, I'm so jealous that you got to work with Bill Murray. I'm just jealous you met Bill Murray, because I've been a huge fan of Bill Murray my whole life. So I hope that you are creating some amazing things. I'm driving and listening. Time for some tech trouble. Yes, let's bring the trouble. Be careful. Don't look at the screen. I will try to speak loudly and clearly so that you don't have to even look at the screen. I will do story time and explain what I've got on the screen. That's what I'll do. And without texting somebody. Yes. Well, you can use Siri or Google. Cancel Siri. I love you, though. Just want to let you know. Anyway, other things that can turn speech into text for your texting pleasure. So See, next up, here is how you can be consistent without burning out. First, you need to set achievable goals. I realized I was watching Florence over on, Equip Institute, yes. And Florence was talking about dreams, and she was talking about plans, and she was talking about goals. And I had some goals for this channel, and I have gotten where I kind of lost my way. I did. It happens. You know what? There's something about April. April is usually my burnout month. Now, last year I was very lucky. I planned not to burn out. And here I am in April again, and I have that same plan. I am not going to burn out this year. Okay? So you need to set achievable goals. What are the things I can accomplish? You can't say, oh, I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers. That is not achievable. I mean, it is achievable, but there's nothing really that you can do other than creating great content, great thumbnails, great descriptions, great titles that will get you that 1,000 subscribers. But you can say, I'm going to do better at thumbnails on my next videos. I'm going to go off and research and make multiple thumbnails for my videos. That's an achievable goal. I'm going to do better on my descriptions. I may use some sort of AI to help me write descriptions for my channel. vidIQ writes good descriptions. Might use stuff like that. ChatGPT, Claude, use those things to make better titles, better descriptions. And so, and A/B test things, maybe you have to do it manual, but A/B test things to see if you can make it better. And then this one has always been a challenge for me. I managed to do it a couple times, but batch content creation, just going through and saying, okay, I'm going to make 4 videos today. I'm going to get 4 shirts ready so I can change. I'm going to change shirts every video. I'm going to go ahead and bullet point out what I'm going to talk about in each video. And then I'm just going to sit right here and I'm going to crank out the videos one by one and make them. And make all 4 videos. And then here's things people don't talk about very often. Batch edit your videos. You're saying, what? What's batch editing my videos? Well, if you're like me, the first thing you do is you go through and you remove what your video doesn't need. Go and take away what your video doesn't need. Go and chop things out. Well, I messed up there. Like, for example, when I'll do my videos, when I mess up, I'll clap. So there's a big bump in the sound wave. So I know, okay, I did an interrupt there. A pattern interrupt. So I've got that right there to tell me, okay, I need to go back to this spot and cut something out, or I need to redo it, or that was a retake and I need to go start there. And so I will go through and cut all the pieces out of the video I don't need, and then I'll open up the next project and I will cut out all the pieces I don't need there, and then I'll go to the next project and I'll cut out all the pieces I don't need in that one, and then I'll go to the 4th video and I'll cut out all the pieces I don't need. Then I'll go back and I'll focus on B-roll. I'll go through the first video and I'll put in some B-roll. Second video, 3rd video, 4th video, I'll go and do B-roll. Then I'll go back through and then I'll do audio on each one of the videos if I'm going to do like sound from Epidemic or something like that. And so I'm going to put a song in it, or I'm going to do a voiceover. And so I'm going to go and do that stuff. Now, hopefully you've planned out your videos well enough that you can kind of loosely storyboard or loosely bullet point them out. Maybe you're a script kind of person. I am not, but maybe you are. And so you make those 4 videos, you go and you batch edit. I find when I go back to the first video, I find more stuff to cut. I do. Okay. Then I hate those moments when you got to go kill your pretty darlings. When it's like, oh man, that joke is so funny, but it's inconsistent with the video, and so you have to cut. You have to cut something out. You do. Now, maybe you could take that and use it in another video in the future. Maybe you could turn it into a short. It was funny. You liked it. You loved it so much, but it doesn't follow the flow of your video. So that's something that you got to think of. And then I do this a lot. I leverage AI tools for efficiency. I can't just create and get what I want. Well, okay, I'm getting better and better at getting AI to give me exactly what I want, so I don't have to do as much editing. I literally can have it sound like me. Hey, not verbally, but I mean far as the things that it writes, and then schedule intentional breaks. Look, man, for a lot of us, this is a side hustle that we want to become full-time, or for some of us, it may be a hobby. For me, it's a side hustle. I want it to become full-time, or to be a bigger part of my life, I should say. And so I will, you got to schedule breaks sometimes. Your creative juices will not flow if you do not schedule breaks for yourself. I find, for me, things that work: going for a walk, listening to an audiobook about something that has nothing to do with content creation, listening to music, something I haven't heard in a long time, or something really loud. My musical tastes are all over the place: classical, jazz, blues, heavy metal, pop. I'm all over the place. Rap. I have fallen in love with rap. I used to not like rap, and then I started listening to certain songs, and you hear the stories there. It's not just a bunch of random words with rap that happen to rhyme sometimes. It's legit stories in a lot of rap songs. And I knew that, but I didn't give it the respect it deserves. So now I listen to a lot more rap. So you get in the car with me, and you crank up my playlist, and my playlist is like, I may be Miles Davis one minute, we may be listening to Chopin the next, and then suddenly, hey, who's Tupac? He's suddenly in there. So all over the place. And that gets your mind thinking, and things will come to you, and oh, that's a great idea. Write those ideas down. Get your creative juices flowing again by doing things that are walk away from the camera, the desk, everything. Walk away. Crank up your favorite note-taking app or voice memo and record that idea before you forget it, and then move on. But take a break. See what you guys are saying. Sam says, you know what? There's a new film that just came out with Billy, and he looks so bad. And my footage that I got, he looks younger. Yes, he does have a new movie out with Pete. I don't like Pete. He's not funny to me, but, it's just me. I got to get that YouTube grind again. Yeah, bring it on, man. Let's start the party. Let's see. Hey, Laura, how are you as well? How are you? Stuart in the house. Hey, Stuart. Hey, chat. Stuart. Hey, Sammy Superstar. Yeah. So we're talking about burnout. And I have consistently in past years, except for last year and this year, have burned out in April. There's something about April that burns me out. And so I have gone through a season. So and now I'm out of that season. So it's time to do great things and to get refocused, reestablished, and to really double down on this stuff. I will be churning out a lot of content. I've got some big video ideas coming. Yes, they are big. I'm excited about it, so it's coming, So going back. Oops, wrong one. Let's go this one. There we go. All right. Develop a content calendar. So this one, I'm always challenged. I get fixated on what platform. It doesn't matter. Just go into Google Calendar. If you have a Google Calendar, go and make you a content calendar and say, I'm going to make a video on this day. I'm going to make a video on this day. If I want to do that video maybe the day before, you say, I need to spend an hour prepping. Let's say you could set aside 30 minutes a day for your YouTube journey. 30 minutes. Let's say you set aside 30 minutes for your YouTube journey, and you go and you do that. You go and plan what you're going to do. It may be storyboard. You may be write bullet points. It could be you write a script, or you use AI tool and write a script if you want. You go off, you do your thumbnails. You think about, what's that video going to be about? So, like on Tuesday, my Tuesday night video, Sunday night, I'm brainstorming. I'm a little behind on what I haven't done sooner. But Sunday night, I'm brainstorming, hey, what I want to do. And I'm like, I am burned out usually in April. And this year, I'm feeling pretty good. And I want to make sure that others out there don't feel that burnout, that they don't get in that trap, that hamster wheel. If you are not having fun making content, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you do need to schedule that intentional break. YouTube, your channel will not turn into a dust if you take a week off. It probably won't turn into dust if you do 2 weeks off. It probably won't. So it's okay to take breaks. Take a break. All right? Now, here are things that you need to think about. Adopting a healthy creator mindset. So, done is better than perfect. Right here. Show you this. This is on my desk right here. Imperfect action. Imperfect action. Imperfect action. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Doing something that's not perfect is better than not doing anything. The best time to do something is now. Now. Right now. Right now. Okay, after my show. But right now. It's we don't regret the things we do. We regret the things we didn't do. It's so true. There are things that I did not do, and I regret that. But the things that I did, there's nothing that I've done that I regret so bad that it eats me up and I lose sleep about it anymore. Okay? Yes, I haven't lived a perfect life. Who has? Let's take a look. We got some more. Sammy says, I have moments sometimes with that burnout. Yeah, and you have got to overcome that, Sammy. You can do this. You can do it. Rich Vibes in the house. Hey, man, how you doing? Wow, you just had daylight savings time this past weekend, so even crazier. Yeah. Taurus says, hey, Roy, my break starts tomorrow until Monday for some regroup time. Absolutely. You've got to take some downtime. Our creative juices, we don't lose creativity, but it's like a muscle. If you wear it out, it gets weak and fatigued, and it needs you to take a break. So you take that break and you come back. And like I said, do something that's totally the opposite of anything you normally do, and you'll be so surprised how your brain thinks in a different way. I will run into something, oh man, that's amazing. I could use that for my channel. I've got some videos coming up that I'm like, oh man, that's going to be so cool when I do that. So yeah, it's crazy, but that's how it goes. All right. Progress over perfection. So I am a perfectionist trapped in a very flawed body. I am very flawed. I used to be such a perfectionist. I was a jerk to people because I was a perfectionist. You had to be right here. You had to be at the same level that I was at, or I did not respect you at the level I should have. And I am not that person anymore, thankfully. I'm not that person anymore. But the point being is that you have got to not hold yourself to perfection. You've got to give yourself grace. So make progress. I put out videos now that are not perfect. I've put out videos that weren't perfect already, but now I have more intentionality to it. I give myself more grace. I say, okay, I would have loved for this to have been perfect. It wasn't, but I was pretty happy about parts of it, and I think it's going to work, so I'm going to go with it. So I'll put it out. There it is. Ta-da! Yeah. It's crazy. And the next one. You are not your metrics. You're not. Just because a video you made that you thought was going to be amazing and You can't figure out, nobody watched it. You go look at your metrics, they watched like 30 seconds of it and skip the rest of it. Okay, so you had a bad video. Go make another one. Fix whatever you think was wrong with that one. But just fix one thing. Keep it scientific. Don't change everything. Trust me, if you change 10 things, you're not going to know what that one thing is that made the difference. So I recommend being very scientific about it and changing one thing at a time. I like that 1% better every time mode of change. Don't change everything. Change one thing. Try it, fail, or succeed. If it succeeds, then you do it again, and this time you change another element. That's going to make your life easier. You'll say, oh, it turns out me doing the video underwater is not the way to do it because nobody can understand my audio. So I shouldn't do it that way. Yeah, it sounded like it was going to be fun, but nobody liked it that way. You know? Rich vibes, yeah. In the wee hours of morning. Rich, where do you live in the UK? I have a son that lives in Bristol. Yeah, I don't know. He may have been in a club that you're DJing. Who knows? You know, or an event. Wouldn't that just be crazy? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? So adopt a healthy creator mindset and share your strategies. What strategies have you found effective in preventing burnout? I've told you mine. I've told you a big chunk of mine. One of those biggest ones is grace. You have to give yourself grace. You do. And I also recommend that you find a mentor or some kind of co-op group, some kind of group that you get together and you talk about content creation, you talk about your successes and your failures, and you talk about what's next. And that's sharing. So that's what I love about this platform is that we get in here and we can talk. And I would love to know what strategies you have found effective in preventing burnout. Drop it in the chat. Tell me. I would love to hear what you've got to say on that. So now, let's wrap up a little bit. I got a few points here. First, you got to recognize burnout. Look for signs like fatigue, lack of motivation, creative overwhelm, extreme procrastination. I put the pro in procrastination. And like I said, procrastination is a type of fear. You are scared to do something, so you will procrastinate to keep from doing it. Or you'll do like me. I know I need to do this, so I will do that. So it's like, it's a weird form of procrastination. I don't want to do this so bad that I'm willing to do something else that I probably didn't want to do because I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to make a video. I'm going to go wash dishes. It's crazy. Yeah. Next, understand the cause. It often stems from unrealistic expectations like that perfection thing. You cannot be perfect. Lack of rest. Have you ever slept? You need to sleep at least 7 hours. I know some people need more. Some rare breeds can make it on less. 7 hours is my magic number. I need at least 7. And you got to give yourself a break from that constant pressure to perform. If YouTube feels like trying to keep a hamster wheel moving or keeping the plate spinning, you're not having fun, it's time to take a break. It's time to take a break. Don't burn out, man. What is it? It's better to burn out than to fade away? Well, no. I'm saying no. Use consistent smartly. Use batching and templates and realistic goals to maintain output without stress. What can you do to keep doing the output? And then adopt a healthy mindset. Embrace progress over perfection. Take intentional breaks. Most of all, protect your mental health. Protect your mental health. You only got one brain. You only got one brain. See, you only got one brain. You got to protect your mental health. And then, if you want tips like this, and you want help getting to the next level, or you just want somebody that's encouraging, that wants to encourage you to be the best you can, subscribe to my channel. Because I'm going to keep making videos where my goal is to motivate you. I want to motivate you, and that we both move forward at the same time. I want us all to be top tier at the same time. I want us to be in lockstep. I want you to do great things. I want to do great things. I want us all to be successful. And when we can get together and we can talk about the things we need to do to be successful, see, that is awesome. Rich says, not far from me, I'm in Devon. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yep, my son lives in Bristol, not to be confused with Bristol, Tennessee. We're talking Bristol, UK. Yeah. Oops. Make the face go away off of my face. There we go. Ta-da. Psh. Okay. Now, what are you making next? What of these tips are you going to use? What did I say that you found useful? Did I say anything that you found useful? If you do, hit that like button. Let me know. I would love to hear what you got going on. I'm out there. You can find me on all the socials. You can DM me and say, hey, man, I want to talk about the stuff I'm doing. You just want to have a call and let's just be encouraging each other. Let me know. I'm all in favor of it. I want you to be successful. I want us all to be successful. And so, you know, some of us are in different places on our YouTube journey. Some of us have got, you know, lots of subscribers. Some of us got lots of watch time. Some of us are struggling between the two. Some of us are struggling for ideas. Some of us are burned out, just like I talked about. And you don't know what to do next. Seek help. Talk to somebody. If you want to talk to me, that's great. If you got a friend you want to talk to instead, talk to them. Find somebody to talk to get you through your days like that. And that's it. That's my show tonight. I just want to just motivate you to not be burned out. I want you to say, I'm not going to do it. I refuse to be burned out. I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to go and plan my stuff so that's not as stressful. I'm going to make a content calendar so I know what I'm going to try to do next, you know, and get out there and make that happen. You can do this. You can do it. Yes. And that's it. That's the show for tonight. YouTube is going to say, watch this video right here. YouTube knows what you like, so just watch it when it pops up. I got to, kick it off to be processed first. And again, if I can be a help, reach out to me. I'm available at roy@techtroublemaker.com. I am also on Facebook as Tech Troublemaker, Instagram as Tech Troublemaker. Feel free to DM me on any of those platforms. Say, hey, Roy, I just want to talk. I'm getting ready to start my creator we had a group, the kind of a creators collective. We got together once a week and we talked about content creation and kind of worked through a mastermind, if you want to call it. If you have any interest in that, let me know. It's free. I'm not trying to make money. It's just free because it's beneficial to many of us. We just need somebody to bounce ideas off of. Sometimes we just need to talk about this journey of content creation. So again, thanks for watching. YouTube will say, watch this video. So I'd appreciate if you did. Bye. Bye.